CJ to Stray here. Today we're doing a live interview all the way from Australia, Brizzy City, and we're going into America. We're going to see Bhillz over in America. He's currently situated in Missouri, and I'm going to bring him on the live right now, and we're going to do an interview with Bhillz. So I'm just about to start sharing his stuff, and I'll let you know when he's on. In 3, 2, 1, and he's coming on right now. Hey, Bhillz, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for having me.
It's all good, man. I'm glad to have you here. Hang on. Oh, shit. Wait up. I'm trying to get rid of this countdown. I can't get rid of it. It's got to stay there. Oh, wait up. I'll just delete it for now. There we go. Now we can see you better.
Okay.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm going good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform.
No, it's the pleasure's all mine. The pleasure is all mine. So we've been actually having a bit of a background story, and we've been talking a bit. So originally, can you tell us where you're from?
I was born on the south side of Fort Worth, but I was raised in Houston, Texas. But yeah. So I basically got all my roots in Houston, Texas. But right now, I'm currently in this little town called Troy, Missouri. It's like a town of like 10,000 people. So basically, I went from like a town of 10 or a city of 10 million to like a town of 10,000. So it's kind of like a culture shock, you know?
Yeah. Well, it would be. You go into a small town, like to a little country town.
Yeah. So, everybody always be asking me. They're always like, "Where are you from?" You know, and I'm like, "I'm from Houston." You know, I'm like, "Where are you from? Here? Where are you going? Nowhere. Who leaves? Nobody." Like, you know.
A lot of people in small towns, because I'm from a small town myself. I'm from a little town called Kempsey in New South Wales in Australia, and I was born in a big city. So I was born in the city Wollongong, and I moved up there to Kempsey when I was 9 years old, and I lived there for 26 years. But now I moved last year. I moved up to Brisbane City, so I'm back in the big city. Really nice state that I'm in. It's a real sunny area. Very sunny most days. But
yeah, it looks sunny. I'm gonna have to come visit Australia sometime, man. I'd love to see Australia. You know, it's on my bucket list for sure.
We've been talking about Australia, and I've been telling you about the animals and that the big gun, kangaroos and the crocodiles and stuff.
I know, man. It sounds crazy. Like.
It's not really that crazy. Like the cities and that you would not see them, but like when you go on, like I said, to the park or something like that, like you go to the park at the beach, like in a country town area, like let's say Southwest Rocks is a place where I'm from. In Kempsey, it's like a little town off my town. Now the beaches there are rated the second most beautiful in Australia, but there's like a lot of kangaroos there, and they'll hop up to you and that, and then. You know, you feed them a chip, and then they come back. They're like seagulls, you know.
It's like Debo, you know, from Friday.
And he comes over trying to stand over you for your burger, and you'd be like getting up and like shaping up to him. No,
try to square up with them.
You'd be more intimidated by them because they got big claws, so their claws are like as long as my fingers, and that's off their hands. So their hands are like that. And then they've got these massive claws. They're like a Wolverine, man.
Yeah, and they're swole. You know, like they're ripped up. Like you know what I mean? Like for real, they ain't miss no gym days. Like for real, they definitely didn't miss leg day.
Leg day. They're hopping all the time. You know, leg day is everywhere. Them fellas can jump up and boot you in the face with both feet. You know, they could just jump up. Yeah. They'll kick you and they'll rip you straight down the middle. Like they'll absolutely just carve you up into a roast dinner. You know what I mean?
They look so like nice and friendly on TV, though. You know.
Most of the time they're really placid. They're really placid and they're soft natured and that. But then sometimes, like one time, I saw this kangaroo rape another kangaroo in the park, and that was. They don't live by our rules, you know. They're not humans, but
for sure.
They're pretty hectic in the mating season. I wouldn't go disturb them.
Shit, some people like it like that, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm here to promote your music. So let's talk more about your music and what influences you and what type of artists have influenced you to be a hip hop artist.
Well, whenever I was young, I listened to a lot of like East Coast like rappers like Big L, Nas, Jay-Z, Eminem, a lot of artists like that. And then Kanye also really influenced me a lot, like in my later years once he, like, you know what I mean, got established as an artist and stuff. And basically, like, and also like Houston rappers like Slim Thug, Trey, all them type of, you know, like I'm basically just like a sponge of like all the music that I've listened to, you know what I mean? Just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like for me as an artist.
You've repackaged it.
Yeah, exactly.
You and it's helped define you as an artist.
Yeah, because in life, that's just what we do. You know, we're constantly just, you know, soaking everything in, and we're a reflection of that. You know what I mean? Like in our lives, like people don't even realize that. You know what I mean? Like what
music affects you consciously. Yeah.
Yeah, like what you've gone through, like what makes you or what breaks you makes you. Like, you know what I mean? Like for real though, like we were talking earlier. And before we got on the show, or whenever we were on the show, but before we knew we were on the show, but we were talking about how the journey is what makes the view, you know what I mean? And you got to really savor times, like even whenever times where you don't get the views or the looks or the love that you feel like that you deserve, but you got to enjoy those moments because that's what makes you as an artist. And one day you're going to reflect and look back at that. Like one day there'll be a time where you can't go walk down the street without people bugging you. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to savor all that because it's almost like it's like you could take a helicopter and get dropped on top of a mountain, you know, and look over everything and be like, damn, you know, the view's beautiful. But like if you took a summit and got frostbite and went through all the pain to get to that top of the mountain and you look over everything, that's what's really going to make it even more beautiful because you're looking over everything that you said that you was going to do. You accomplished it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I look at life. You know, that's why you got to really savor like the bad times and the good times. You know what I mean? Because
right. That's exactly
right.
There's always going to be a bad time in every artist is like bringing up, you know. But we're the phoenixes, you know. We're rising from the ashes, you know.
Exactly.
You know, you can get burnt so many times, but you can just, you know, you turn back into that egg and you harden up a bit more, and you rise again into, you know, a beautiful creature and artist, and you flourish. And a lot of artists, you know, like us, I'm not talking hip hop here, but some of the best music the world has ever seen is happened because of bad times. So I look at Eric Clapton's "Tears in Heaven," you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then just like, well, I mean, any artist really, like you gotta think about like most of the best artists, like people like look at like DMX, like, you know, like his life was in, you know, crazy, but his music was so passionate because of that. Or like artists like even like Eminem. Like Eminem, some of the best music that he came out with was whenever his mom was suing him, his wife was cheating on him, like, and he was just going through it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's almost like as an artist, you have to almost like, it's like you sacrifice your life for the art if you're a good artist. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what, it's hard sometimes because it's like, I feel like making music sometimes be making things worse, you know what I mean? Because it brings back things, you know what I mean? Like you relive things, emotions, feelings, like shit like that. Like whenever most people, you know, they shut all that out, you know, and they forget about it. But as an artist, you know, and a good artist, you strive off that and you use that as like your fuel, you know what I mean? To really push you.
It is your fuel. It's always gonna be. It's always gonna be your fuel. Like when you come back home and you've got like you know a half a dozen songs you've got to write and stuff like that. When you it's different to you know when you've got a record company that's saying, hey, we want this right now at this certain time, to when you've already just come through the journey and you're establishing yourself like an independent artist would, you know. An independent artist is more versatile and they've got more versatility. because they're not playing what's being said to be. You know, we want you to fit into this square. They're already come from their own square sort of thing, and they're like, hey, this is me here, and like, don't get me wrong, but a lot of good record companies do make quality.
They try to box you
artists, in, but you do feel like you get boxed in at times. But when you just come and finding your own self, like as you just said, like when you're finding your own self and the stuff that defines you and stuff like that, you know, you can come back home. You might only write one song in like 2 months, or but you really felt that song. You know, like you. Well, you really, you were going through something with, you know, your ex or you or someone.
It's organic, you know.
It is. It's an organic thing when you're expressing a certain point in your life. Is exactly what I was trying to say.
And people, they can see that, they can sense it, they can feel that. Like people know what's real, you know. Like I went through like I won't say like the name of it, but like it was a smaller record company. That was, you know, it didn't even get to a point where like we even got to negotiations about signing. They were just interested in me, but they were like trying to box me in as like a pop artist, you know, and like, and that's whenever I was just like, you know, and even though like at that time, like that, like, you know what I mean? Like the money, it wasn't much, but it was like $5,000-$10,000. But as an artist where I'm at right now, that would have did a lot for me, you know, but I had to just be like, you know what I mean? Nah, I'd rather just do it on my own and struggle than to be able to have somebody tell me like what I can do and what I can say and what I can wear and how I can act. You know, like I want to have the freedom of the art, because that's what art is. That's what music is. It's freedom. It's expression. It's the way. It is. You know what I mean?
Look at Dr. Dre, people feel. Like them boys that come out of the hood, you know, like
exactly.
Stuff like that. They were boys that never had any other avenue, but the music which they created, you know, and it was like hard times for them. It was really hard times, and then you know, out of the projects and the blocks and stuff like that, come these ghetto stars, you know, and they emerged and they sort of helped create and foundate what is hip hop and rap today, you know.
And now if you think about it, like it is like hip hop and rap is like it's almost like pop culture now. Like it is like the main go-to. Like, you know what I mean? Like even artists that are pop, like, you know what I mean? Like Justin Bieber, all the type of artists, there's still like hip hop ish. You know what I mean? Because it really has had an influence. And it's like, and it's because just like how 50 Cent, like it's like get rich or die trying. You know what I mean? Because whenever you don't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I feel. But mine's more like get rich or die crying. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like I'm just gonna keep striving, keep just doing music. You know, like even if I didn't even make money doing music, I would still do music. You know what I mean? Just even if I just had one fan.
That's me all over. Like we were talking about before, we're both 36 years old, so we have a really strong connection, I believe, you and me, because a lot of the stuff that we've talked about for the last hour while we've been offline. Like we're coming from the same place, and like 36 is do or die trying, you know, like we're in it. We're either got to get to this point where, you know, we're networking across the world with, and like we were saying, like your friends are just like your friends. You can't keep projecting like your music out to your friends, expecting them to do your hard work for you. You know, you got to get out there and network with the right people, and like finding artists like yourself and across the world. It's a journey for me as well, because I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, and I'm pursuing what I need to do, and that's called living the dream.
And it's also like you should step out your comfort zone. Like in life in general, like it should be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like if you're comfortable, then you're not doing something right. Like it needs to be uncomfortable. It needs to be a burden. You know what I mean? It needs to be stressful, because that's how it's supposed to be. Because it's not supposed to be easy. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy. You know, like that's just like how we were talking about with like
when you're at the top, then it gets easy. You know, when you're at the pinnacle, the summit of the mountain. You know, when you can look back and you say, "Fuck, I went through some fucking shit." Sorry.
Yeah. But then at the same time, once you get to that top, then like I ain't been on the top as far as music, but like I've been where like, you know, because I used to like back in the day kind of hustle a little bit and where I got to a point where like I felt like I was like the shit, you know what I mean? And but it's really once you get to that level, you're not even comfortable because you have more to lose now. You know what I mean? Exactly, like even once you get to that top, then you ain't even comfortable either, because then you got all these artists and everybody, and you're trying to keep that. You know?
Yeah, and Eminem talked about that. You know, he talked about that a lot. Like he just, like you said, like he got dropped on that mountain, sort of, so to speak. You know?
Yeah.
And like we talked about, you know, going through the battlefields and stuff and that, but he did. He went through a lot of battles and that, and then all of a sudden. Yeah. He come down in a helicopter as well with Dre, you know what I mean? Like he got put on that mountain where he was like, holy fuck, I'm here right now. I'm on top of fucking Everest. And he had to stay there and conquer Everest, and he did it as an artist, you know? And,
but at the same time, like we just seen him dropped on top of the mountain. But like and like how people they're like, they're over. Yeah, they're overnight success, but they don't see that all went into it, you know? We didn't see the times that he was sitting there in his trailer thinking like, man, I'm going to give up. Fuck this shit. I'm tired of this. You know, because so many people.
The defiant ones.
But like, I believe that like the closer you get to your dream, like the more doubt you're going to have, because that's like the devil trying to be like, you know, trick you up because, and it's like, you know how many people have probably been like, where successful people right now that had times that they just wanted to give up. And imagine, and now sitting there thinking like, now that they're like millionaires, they're successful, looking back at that moment thinking like, what if I gave up that night? You know what I mean? Like, and didn't keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you just got to keep pushing, you know? Like I said before, like, it's almost like you have to create the like herd, you know what I mean? For the other herd to be able to follow you. You know, because if you don't, then you're just walking around with a stick, and no sheep's gonna follow you. And what I mean by that is like you have to create the fan base. Like nobody's gonna follow you until it's cool to follow you. You know what I mean? Like once you establish, and they like, because it's nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that some people don't have a good taste enough to be able to decide for themselves what's cool or what's not. That's why they need people to be like, this is what you're supposed to wear. This is what's cool to wear right now. This is the music that you're supposed to listen to right now. Like a lot of people, they don't have that mind state to be able to have that free will to be like, man, this is what I like. They're afraid to, you know, even if they like that, they're afraid to until you make that cool and they see all the other sheep following you. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, let's go join that herd. You know what I mean? But until then, you're just walking around looking crazy with a stick. You know, nobody gives a fuck. They're just like, look at all other sheep are like, man, he ain't got no sheep behind them. We ain't following him. You know, but it's true though. Like, because you gotta like. I mean, and that's just how society is. Like, because it's like it's full true. Like what? Because a lot of people like they'll try to put me in that rapper category or like a singer or whatever. But like I always say, like I'm an artist. Yeah. You know, because it doesn't really matter what I would be doing. Like, I'm going to put my own twist to anything that I do, you know? Like, I could be like, you know, like, let's say, like, if I was making a fucking drawing or something, you know what I mean? I'm not going to, I'll go outside the lines and draw my own shit on that fucking drawing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I might take their basis of it, but I'm going to create it as my own, you know? And it's nothing against it. It's not like, I'm not saying nothing bad about people. Because not everybody can be.
I'm going to stop you right there for a sec. What I'm going to do is I want to play a bit of your tracks. So I'm going to get you to do it. I'm going to show you some of your stuff right now. I'm just going into our messenger on Facebook, and I'm going to play that song. I want you to tell us about the song "Real" by Bobby Hills.
Which one is it? Is it World on My Shoulders or Dear Baby Mama?
Dear Baby Mama, I think it was Reels.
Okay, yeah. Dear Baby Mama is basically like, it's just an honest, because everybody has their own truth. You know what I mean? And everybody has their own sides. Like they say, there's three sides. There's your side, my side, and there's the actual truth, you know? But the thing is, though, is all three sides are the truth, you know, because this is my truth, you know, and she has her truth, you know, and it's not like, and I have nothing but respect and love for my baby mama, you know. I just think it's an honest view of basically like what I've been going through, you know what I mean, like just as you know what I mean, because the thing is though, is like I don't blame her for things that she did, but like it's like baby mamas just know how to get to you. You know what I mean? Like they just know how to push your buttons. They know how to get to you. And it's like, you know what I mean? I think it's just an honest portrayal of, you know, how I feel.
Yeah. Okay. You know? Well, we're going to go into this song right now. So I'm going to share this screen up.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh, yeah, there we go. So this is from my Facebook feed. I'm just sharing this screen. And I'm going to play this track. Oh, wait up. Something's happening here. Just 1 second. I can't actually hear it at the moment.
Yeah, it's not on this screen.
No, it's not. It's not actually playing at the
moment.
This
is going to be on Facebook.
Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, I've got to go back. We're going to go back from this one. Okay, I'm just going to play a bit of this song.
So why you believing these lies that your family betrays me being? When you know it isn't true, but it's like you changed, this isn't you. We got 2 kids together, but sometimes it's like you just use them to get back at me. When you mad at me and hold over me, I guess you still mad at the older me. But this the new of me, don't you know soon they gon' see how you doing me? I know when you look in the face you see you and me, cause that's you and me. So why you talking to these lawyers, suing me? Taking half of my paycheck, look how you doing me. When I text you don't say shit, how rude can you be? How rude can you be? Dear baby mama, why you causing all these problems? Dear baby mama, why you starting all this drama? Dear baby mama, why you causing all these problems?
All right.
Dear baby mama.
Oh, that's some heartfelt stuff right there.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was saying. It's not like I'm really talking shit about her. I'm just being real, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like how you got, you know, like talking to, you know, like I just, because that's, I mean, at the time I was really frustrated when I made that song. And you know, if my baby mama's watching this or when she watches it, because I know she's going to, because, you know, they be watching you. You know, they be acting like they don't, but they be watching. But I apologize for tagging her and her husband in the song. But it did go viral. You know, it got like 3,000 views in like 6 hours. So I'm not sorry for that. And I'm not sorry for making the song, but it was immature of me tagging her and her husband in the song. And I got blocked after that, so, you know.
Yeah.
I should have did that, but, you know, I was frustrated at the time. You know, I was just in my feelings.
We all got feelings. That's correct. We and this is what I was talking about. So, well, we went into talking about. I'm trying to think of what we were talking about when we were offline. Oh yeah, that's right. Like just connection with other rappers and stuff like that. So we were talking. I want to get back to the subjects of you know, your friend circle. How about friend circles, and then the bigger picture. And we've already covered that, didn't we? When we're talking about stepping outside our comfort zone.
Well, we covered it a little bit, but what you're talking about is like how I was saying that I get the most love from people that don't know me personally. You know, like the people that I know, like that I went to school with and stuff, like they're the people that are going to doubt you the most. They're the people that aren't really going to support you the most because, like I was saying, I was like, it's almost like everybody had a dream. You know what I mean? As a kid, you're taught that you can do anything you want. You know? Yeah. But nobody ever said that it was going to be easy. That's what people don't realize. Like they tell you that like you could be anything you want whenever you grow up, but they don't tell you that it's not going to be easy. So because of that, when people grow up, they get bitter. because they used to want to be something. You know what I mean? And at some point they settled and they were just like, I'm never gonna be able to be what I want. So I'm just gonna settle for this. So because of that, they feel like you're a threat because you're still chasing your dream. Because, you know, and a lot of it's because y'all had growing up together, y'all had the same opportunities. You know what I mean? Y'all had the same opportunities. Y'all, you know what I mean? They know you. You're, you know what I mean? Like approachable to them and stuff. So because of that, they feel threatened or like, you know, and a lot of it is maybe because like in songs, some songs they might feel like you're talking about them, which maybe you are. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is though with my music is like I look at my music as I speak like if I'm talking about something, I'm not talking about like me. I'm talking for other people who aren't as musically inclined to be able to put it in words or music or melody to be able to express how they feel. You know what I mean? Because that's what music is. You know, it's speaking for people without a voice. You know what I mean? That's why hip hop. That's what happened with hip hop from the beginning. Like they were speaking for people without a voice. You know, people that society forgot about. You know what I mean? And they're just like, and they made it what it is today. Like where, you know, probably $1 trillion industry. I don't even know. You know.
I'd hate to think how much it's actually worth, the entire industry.
It's crazy.
So you wanted me to? I remember you just saying you wanted me to drop this other song, but I've got a hidden bombshell for you. Before we drop your actual other track, we were both going to spit some stuff. Remember how we talked about that?
Yeah.
So, like, should we flip a coin and see who?
Yeah, we can flip a coin.
You want to flip the coin, or you want me to find a coin?
It don't matter.
All right.
You got a coin? I don't even got a coin. All I got is money on my card.
How about I use this lid? Okay, if it lands on this side, up like that. Okay.
Okay.
You can go first, but if it lands like that, then I've got to go first.
All right.
Okay. I'll flip it up. Oh, can you see?
I can't see. Which one is it?
It's you.
Okay. All right, so you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yo, I'm cruising the whip to keep from losing my sense. I'm on the move in the mix while no one knew you exist. Stuck in traffic, losing my sense like what the fuck just happened. It's graphic, the track is a classic, so either hit that or pass that. Forget all the bullshit, I'ma get where the cash at. Living on the fast track, my mind is having flashbacks. Riding in a hatchback, lighting streets with match packs. Seats tilted half back, windows tinted through the back. Smell the endo through the back. All you gotta do to match is pass it when you're through with that. Damn life's moving fast, all the cops do harass. But I just renewed my tag, so I'm just cruising past while they watching so hard it's like they stalking because he bought a nice car and replaced the stock rims. So I'm driving down the interstate flying like I'm in a race, riding with the Texas plates trying to find an exit to take as I step on the brake with only seconds to think which step to take. Cruise control, set to the pace, step to the plate, not a second to wait, breath to take, gotta eat so much on my plate. I'm trying to do it all, cruising off, flowing like dual exhaust. Why you just exhausted, cooped up like a hostage? I'm flossing regardless, got the car and parked it, filled the garden, sparked it, getting away from all this nonsense, man, it makes no sense. I'm just trying to cash in before lights passing, see lights passing, seatbelt fasten, driving so fast and I hope I don't crash it. Life's no joke, just depends who you asking. So much smoke you can't see where you passed it.
Yeah, that was
I
deadly.
keep going. I appreciate it.
Well done. I don't know if I've got a PG rated one, so I'm gonna not do mine, but we're gonna go on to a short break now. I'm gonna put in my ad for my store. Remember how we talked about my store and I said that I was gonna share my store?
Yeah,
so
I'm definitely excited to see it.
That quick ad break for 45 seconds, and then after that we'll come back online and we'll actually show you stuff. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do that one song after this. Okay. All right. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll share this screen up, and I'll take off our screens for a second. All right. Just coming back on now. Just taking that one. Oh, you couldn't see nothing? Yeah, it's all good. So I'm going to bring you back on now. I need that quick link again for that other song, if you can send it through to me. No. Send it. Yeah, send it to me on Messenger. The other song. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you're coming on live right now.
Okay, I'm about to share right now.
So we're just going to share some of Bhillz' new music with you guys. He's just sending me the link. Send me the attachment. All right. So now I'm going to bring up this. Oh, shivers! It's saying unavailable.
Yeah, the song's called "World on My Shoulders." I think it's one of my more positive songs than Infinity Day. Like, you know, none of my songs are really negative, but I think it really has like a positive message, a positive vibe behind it, you know?
I'm just going to go into my email because I didn't actually get it on the messenger. It didn't work. It said attachment unavailable. So I'm just going to go quickly into my email.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a good, like whenever I made this song, like I was really just going through some shit, and like it almost like helped me like through a crutch. Like it was like almost, you know, like carried me through. Like the song's really like, you know what I mean, means a lot to me as far as that, because, you know, like you ever heard like music and it reminds you of a time of something or something that you were going through, and you hear a song and it reminds you of that, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel with this song. But it's called World on My Shoulders. It's going to be on my new album that's dropping this fall. It's called Drifting in Thought. It's going to be 23 tracks. And I'm also having a documentary dropping with it called From a Big City to a Small Town. And they're both going to be available this fall. But World on My Shoulders is available for streaming now on Spotify. You just type in Bhillz, Bhillz, and you can find all my music on Spotify, anywhere. You can find it on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, you know, iTunes, anywhere that you stream or listen to music. Just type in Bhillz, Bhillz.
Yeah. I'm just going into my email. I'm just finding that one right now. So,
Okay.
That's the World on My Shoulders video link, isn't it?
Yeah, it's World on My Shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah. Just going into that one now. Just going to stay in Chrome. It says this content isn't available right now. I'm going to see if I can find it on the other one, because I did have it the other day. So I'm just going to go back to that email you sent me the other day.
Yeah.
I've actually got it there still.
Yeah, you could just play the song.
Yeah. I'm going to play the song right now.
Because I remember you played it yesterday on your show.
Yeah. So I'm going to play it. I'm actually going to bring it up. Tell me if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Man, the way the world can get heavy sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Here we go. Weight of the world on my shoulders, guys. It's got that real chill feel to it, eh?
Yeah, definitely. It's a real chill type vibe for sure.
Did you use auto-tune on that one?
Yeah.
What DAW was you using?
Huh?
What DAW did you use? Bandway?
No, I use Volco.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Deadly. It's one of them ones you can smoke a.
Yeah.
You can just chill to this, you know?
Yeah.
It's real floaty, like got an airy, floaty sort of feel to it. All right. I like how you've done that with the auto tune. When I try and do it on my door, I can never get it as crisp as that. So props to you, bro. That is so cool.
I appreciate it.
I can't do it on my door as well as this. Not even when I've got the computer up and I try and make an auto tune one. I've got to get better VSTs and stuff like that. If you know what I'm talking about, virtual studio instruments. And that's a beautiful song. I find it's really, really. I find it's really, and are you singing in that as well, or is it just tune? Did you engineer it to tune it up, or how did you do that?
No, I'm actually singing. On it, like singing like high pitch and shit. Cause I be using autotune as like almost like an instrument. You know what I mean? Cause I've learned that different ways to harmonize or different ways that you use your voice. You know, you can use it as an instrument. You know what I mean? I learned that from Kanye. Listening to Kanye and shit.
Kanye's your teacher. That's good. Load on my shoulders. I really like your under patterns too.
I really made this. I recorded this whole song in one take. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you get it right the first time and you're just like, because a lot of songs, honestly, like a lot of songs I do in the first take, because it's like whenever you do them like that, then you get that, you're not having to recreate that vibe or recreate that energy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's natural. And that's how you can feel it, because you can feel that it's natural. You know, I'm not trying to like recreate something. I'm not trying to force anything. You know, that's
exactly what
I'm really just vibing and feeling it. Like I was really just feeling myself when I made that song. You know,
that's exactly what I do with my work. So you'll hear me stuff up on when I'm playing guitar and everything. If you went to check my Spotify account right now, I'm CJ Destray on Spotify. CJ.
What is your how do people find you on Spotify? What do they search under?
CJ THASTRAY. CJ Destray.
Hey, I'm gonna look it up. I'll share it too.
Yeah, well, a lot of my stuff is original, so I try and make stuff that is so out of the box that I probably won't even get many viewers for my stuff. You know, exactly the way that I'm a leader, not a follower. So until they catch on my sort of vibe, I'm not trying to be anyone else's sort of vibe.
But that's good though, because it's like you're yourself. You know, like sometimes like I used to think like my music, I would be like, man, like I might not get the credit that I feel like I deserve in this lifetime, but I feel like maybe like, you know, 1,000 years from now, they're going to be digging up some shit and they're going to find my hard drive and they're going to be like, man, this is the fucking shit. Like a lot of great people didn't get there. Like I got, like, you know, yeah, because a lot of people, you know, like they don't get the flowers while they can still smell them. You know what I mean? That's why I believe that if you love somebody, you need to go ahead and tell them because of that. You know, because a lot of people don't get the flowers while they can still smell them. You know, a lot of people don't understand like how much somebody really means to them until they're gone. You know, and then they don't even know it because they're gone. You know what I mean? Like somebody can mean so much to somebody, but they don't even really want to tell them because they don't want to come across a certain way. They don't want to sound like a dick rider. They don't want to be like whatever the case is. You know, like. And so they don't really, and then the person dies, and then they're all at the funeral. Everybody's pouring down all the flowers. They're getting so much love, but while they were alive, nobody acknowledged them. You know what I mean? And it's sad, and that's why I believe that, like if you love somebody, you need to tell them and let them get the flowers while they can still smell them. You know what I mean? Like for real.
That's exactly right. True. That's why I do my music. Like we're on the same wavelength with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just on the other, just different sides of the world. You know what I mean? But we're on the same vibe. Brothers from another mother.
If you actually listen to the interview before the interview, you'll sort of see what we're on about, guys. It's been lovely and a pleasure having you on the show, Bhillz. I'm going to end
for
the
sure.
stream in just a minute. Is there anything else you want to touch base with before we go? Or have we
just basically, be on the lookout for Drifting in Thought. It's gonna be like a classic album. I feel like it's gonna be on like that Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic type, late or college dropout vibe. You know, like on some real classic, like real shit. You know what I mean? And it's coming out this fall. And then I'm also be on the lookout for the documentary. It's called From a Big City to a Small Town. It's like my whole journey. It's gonna go into my background, what's influenced me as an artist.
I got an idea. I want you to send me
Yeah.
some flyers for this stuff, and I will post it up on my pages as well.
Most definitely.
I want the lead up to it for you to get as many viewers as you can. Like it's hard to produce. Like it takes us so many hours. Like countless.
Well, it's because there's so many people. It's because there's so many people that are artists these days. You know, it used to be like if you wanted to be an artist, you had to really invest a lot. Like you had to go pay $50 an hour for studio time. You know, all that. So it made it where that's why music used to be a lot better because you had to take it a lot seriouser. Now it's like everybody's an artist. Everybody's recording shit on BandLab on their phone. So it's so much. So there's so many more artists. So it's like hard for people to look at you because it's like you're, you know, crabs in a bucket, you know, basically, you know, and it's hard to really find that diamond in the rough, you know?
Yeah, it is.
But that's why you just got to stay grinding. And for all the artists out there, just stay grinding, stay hustling. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't accomplish anything. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody try to beat your dream out of you. Just keep doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And eventually it's going to pay off. You know, nothing as an artist, you want that instant gratification. You know what I mean? You want to put out a track and you want 1 million views, but it don't come like that. You know, nothing comes overnight. They just hear about you overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know the journey that it took and the struggle, the tears, the blood, the sweat that comes into this. You know what I mean? It's just like as an artist, we just make it look easy, but it's not easy. This shit's hard.
You
know what I mean?
Look, I have
it is a lot of
to get to this, to get to where I am.
Yeah, and it's a lot of letdown. You know what I mean? It's a lot of letdown, self-doubt, a lot of hate. You know what I mean? Comes into this shit. But you just got to believe in yourself. And for all the artists out there, just believe in yourself, man. And don't let nobody try to take your dream from you because they didn't accomplish what they wanted to do with their life. And don't hate them for it because they don't hate you. They just hate the fact that they gave up on their dream. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Exactly right. But live the dream.
But I appreciate you having me, man. Like, I really do. And I want to come on the show again. Once we get closer to fall, when my album's going to drop, I want to come back on here and discuss, you know, some more with you about everything and just what's new and stuff like that.
We will do that for sure. We're going to do that for sure. But I want you to send me some flyers so I can get you on the right track for a lead up, okay?
I appreciate it. And shout out everybody in Australia. I love you, Australia.
Shout out back to you in America as well. This is CJ Australian Bhillz, everyone. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll catch you all later. See you.
All right, yeah, later.